All right, so we are back with more pigeons. Hopefully these fly better. Looks like they've got all their wings this time. Or feathers, I guess they have. Whatever. We're recording? Woo! All right, guys, we are here for the second step in our steady to wing shot and fall training. I've got Hatch. If you didn't see the first step, go back and watch it. It's already posted. So we've got his belly collar on, and you're going to be seeing him wear this through everything, even beyond killing his first bird over him in the field. I'm a big advocate for belly collars with steadiness work because it allows us to train as much black and white as is possible. And black and white makes sense to dogs. If you do this, this happens. If you don't do this, this happens. It is very, 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 very easy for them to understand. The only thing that we use a belly collar, and for clarification, this is the same collar that we put on his neck. We've just put it around his belly and now referring to it as a belly collar. An e-collar around his belly. The only thing that we use that for is stop. If he feels stimulation there, that means stop and stand still. That's it. If he tries to sit down, he's going to feel stimulation. He's going to move away from it, automatically stand up. It's a big part of why we use it. And the only thing that we use that belly collar for is stop and stand there. So when we move into this steadiness training, it's really easy for him to understand that means to stop. If we utilize his neck collar in these early stages, that means to go to a dog bed or to load up in a truck or to come to us or to heel. All of these different things can be sometimes confusing for some dogs. So utilize the belly collar. Now, in the first session, we started working on him standing wing, and then we were able to actually incorporate him stopping to wing. Good. We used and the nick button on the collar to stop him. All of that just says, hey, what you're doing now is wrong. Moving is not okay anymore. We are taking away the chase. Steadiness is simply put as taking away the chase. So again, good. Hatch has done really, really well with this. So now we're going to be incorporating some gunfire, which is going to entice him to want to try and move again. So I've got a blank pistol loaded up. It's a 209 primer. This gets a little bit complicated. You kind of have to have a third hand in order for this to work really well. But we won't start this where we're incorporating gunfire. This is the next step. If you haven't got to the point where you can stand still on the first step, you don't need to move to the second step. So he's doing a good job with that. This is going to look like this, right? Bird comes out. One shot. That pumped him up, right? That's usually that shot for him, because he's hunted a lot and he knows what's going on. That shot means a bird's coming down. Oh, and he wants to go get it because he's a good retriever and he understands the game. That was one of the prereqs to going to steady and wing shot fall training, is that your dog is hunted a lot. So we're going to do another rep like that. Again, the bird's going to come out. While the bird is in flight, I'm going to fire this blank pistol. That's going to get him excited. Then we're going to give him the stimulation on his belly if he moves, that verbal correction of no, something to that effect, whatever you feel most comfortable with, to say that was wrong. Ready? He's looking around trying to figure out where the birds are falling. I'm still going to shoot here. Good. Now, I would say that one mistake that people make during steadiness training, or any training at all, is they try and cheapen up the process. And what I mean by that is saving their blanks or saving their poppers or utilizing as few birds as is possible to make the session work. And this situation is not the case. Sometimes in a training session with a steady dog, I will use an entire box of 209 primers for one dog. This is, once they get good with 209 primers, then we move to those poppers that come out of the shotgun. And then once we've gotten through all of those lighter loads that they kind of learn the difference between that and an actual live round, Then I shoot through entire boxes of live rounds. All of those things are very important in this steadiness introduction if your dog's gonna get really good at it. All right, so we've got him here. He's focused again. I'm gonna try and get this bird. Can you get me and him and everything together now? Okay, I'm gonna try and get this bird to move out this direction away from him. There's a couple things that are gonna happen with this. One, it's gonna prevent him from needing to move his feet. If I throw the bird behind him or something like that, he's going to naturally want to try and pivot one way or the other to follow that bird. And that movement, it's like the laws of physics, right? Objects in motion will stay in motion. So once he has to move his feet to mark that bird, then he's gonna try and keep going. And if we can set him up in these early stages for situations that he doesn't necessarily have to move his feet, it's gonna be easier on him. We're all about setting the dog up for success. Good. Now, whoa. So here comes the bird out again. Have my transmitter ready. Good. Good. The more shots that we can incorporate into his training, the faster that he's going to desensitize to that gunfire means it's go time. Now, typically, when I do these sessions, I have a wonderful assistant. Typically, her name is Jess. She's standing here loading blank pistols for me about as fast as she can to keep up with this. Whoop, don't dump them all on the ground, Ethan. Whoop, whoop. All right, we're gonna do another bird this way. Same thing applies. And you can see, when this bird comes out, he's standing the bird. He's doing really well with that. His trouble is as soon as I fire that shot, that's when he's trying to go with it. So here comes the bird. Good. Now, I anticipated, I tapped Nick on the collar at the same time, like seconds, milliseconds, let's go with milliseconds. Almost immediately after I fired the shot, one tap on the collar as that gentle reminder to say, yep, stand still, buddy. Let's do another one here. No collar involved there. Good. Good job. Again, the more shots that we can incorporate into this, the faster he's going to desensitize to that shot. Now you can still see him. He's jumping. He's got that anticipation. Every shot, he's ready to go, but knows that he's supposed to stand there. He's picking up on this very quickly. Don't be discouraged if your dog doesn't and takes more reps or takes multiple sessions to get through this. Some dogs are naturally good at learning. Some dogs are naturally good at being steady. And that's a big part of what we try and incorporate in our breeding program, which is why we've done breedings with this guy. Super nice dog, super nice dog. All right, let's do one more here, and then we'll call this a great session for him, and we'll be done. Now that bird got us good because it's sitting over here on the ground. Come on, pigeon, you're supposed to fly. No, sir. He's trying to move with me. This is a big distraction. Having a bird down here in the bushes. No, Hatch, no. Good. All right, let's get him set back up here. Folks, this is real life. Stuff happens in training sessions. Good. Whoa. I'm gonna see if I can get this bird out of here. All right, so that bird did not fly well, which made it very difficult for Hatch. Stay put. You're gonna see in his progression, the hardest part for him, he's gonna move through this steadiness stuff pretty quickly, but as soon as those birds start coming down, which is when we're shooting them, that's when it gets really difficult for dogs. And we saw that right away here. He's been standing everything that's flying pretty good, minimal handling. As soon as that bird hit the ground, it was a whole different story. He wanted to go for it. So we're gonna go ahead and stop here for just a second because that was my last pigeon. I'm gonna go catch one or two more because I do not want to end this session that way. All right, so we are back with more pigeons. Hopefully these fly better. Looks like they've got all their wings this time. Or feathers, I guess they have. Whatever, okay, whatever. I would expect that we're gonna see a little bit more movement here after he got to chase that one and try and take it out on the deck and do all of those things.
And we lost some momentum.
Yeah, absolutely, we lost some momentum. So, and there's a big part of building momentum in sessions, and so we're gonna have to build that back up a little bit. I've got about 5 pigeons here, and a freshly reloaded blank pistol. It only has 1 shot out of it, so that means we've got 5 shooters here. So we're gonna go ahead and start this again. Oh, that needs to go, should go there. There, now it's ready. Good. Now some people may ask, what is this loading thing? Is that him associating pressure? Is that, you know, what is that? You may get this, we're gonna probably get this question in there. That's all anticipation of wanting to move. It's a thing that we see a lot with dogs that are intense and driven. It's loading. He's like, I want to go, which this movement of, you know, digging in to push off is part of that, but then he realizes, oh yeah, I can't go. So then he stands back up. So we're gonna incorporate shot on this one and see what happens. I will have my blank pistoler ready. Look at this one, it has all its wings too. All right, see, we are set on the same level 4 that we were using last time. Good. Good, again, birds that fly away, a lot easier for him. Let's do another one here. Good job, buddy. All right, and last bird, and hey, for those of you that follow along, this bird needs a name. We will be selecting that name out of the comments here very soon. This is a very fancy bird, very pretty bird. He's been around for a long time and does a really good job as far as producing for us. So we've got a whole bunch of birds out of him. They're all really good homers, built well, fly well. He's gonna have a name here shortly. We'll be going through those comments and I'll throw an update on that. Stay tuned. All right, baby. All right, buddy. Don't let me down. Good thing, because I lost my transmitter somewhere. And that's it. All right, guys. This was an absolutely fantastic session. We got to see, heel, a really good progression. Hey, heel. Good. We got to see a really good progression of working through some reps of standing. You saw a little bit of movement. A few corrections helped to solidify the fact that he's supposed to be standing still. And then we had a big whoa happen with that bird that sat down over there. And then we were able to finish the session by working through that. So guys, this is the second part here. Next, we're gonna be actually moving into the field with a little bit more movement involved in this. And it's gonna be more based around the shot stopping him. So while he's actively moving, he's gonna see birds, that's gonna mean stop. And then he's gonna hear gunfire and that's gonna mean stop. And we're gonna incorporate those things together in that next session. So stay tuned. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm the guy with the pink gun. This is Hatch, and we will catch you next time.